What's up, everybody? Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing Throne of Bones, which is to find and claim all of the campaign skulls in Halo 1, 2, and 3. So I've done guides for all of them in 1, 2, and 3 individually, so now I'm just combining them all. You can see this is recycled footage if you recognize any of this footage or watch my previous guides. But that's the first one right in the first room there in the beginning of the level Pillar of Autumn. So just turn around and it's right there behind those canister-looking things. This one is on Halo. It is right in the beginning. Go to the waterfall, and it's right in between the rock and the cliff face on the right. Very easy to find that one. The next one is also on the level Halo, the second level of Halo 1. This is where the Warthog gets dropped off to you at first, but you can see I just totally walked by that point, and we're going to go above the entrance to the cave where you drive into, and Cortana's like, this cave is not a natural formation. And you're like, yeah, I know it's not. Why would you think it's natural? Jeez, have you looked at it? Jeez. But it's right on top of that, so you can see how I got up there. I just kind of walked up and around it and got on top, and it's right there. This one is in the hangar bay of Truth and Reconciliation. You want to go to the door opposite the side you go into this room from at first, and there'll be reinforcements that come in through this door. And that's the only way you could get this door open is if reinforcements come near it. Or through it, rather. There's that wave of reinforcements, and there's also 2 hunters that come out of there eventually. So you want to make sure you're hanging out near that doorway, because when it opens, you'll want to be able to dash in there real quick and get that skull. This next one is on the Silent Cartographer. It's up on this plateau. Just turn to the left right when you start the level, and you'll see this plateau right on the beach. It's kind of a weird long plateau, but it's right up here in the middle of these 3 bushes on the edge here. Just grab that, and we have one more on this level, the Silent Cartographer. You'll probably want Overshield, which is at the entrance to this room, which is the security override room. And you just throw a couple grenades, first a plasma, then a frag, and grenade jump up and over here, and you could see you would have died if you didn't have Overshield, so you definitely want that. And the skull is right on top here. The bandana skull, definitely the hardest skull to get in Halo 1. This next one is on Assault on the Control Room, and you come to this room. It's towards the beginning of the level. You'll see that smokestack in the middle of the room, and then you need to get up in there where I was just shooting. And there's 4 platforms surrounding that middle structure. You want to go to the tallest one and grenade jump like this onto it and get right up and in here. So this is right before you come out into the snowfield. It's like right after the elevator. But this next one is on Assault on the Control Room. You'll recognize this room. It's the giant room you get into with the large hole in between the 2 sides of the room, and you got to go over the bridge, but just jump down there and you'll find it. There's a ladder even for you, so you could get back up. This one is on 343 Guilty Spark. It's right in the beginning of the level. You can see I was just dropped off, but you want to kind of go to the left and then wrap around this rock, and then you'll be facing the skull pretty much. You want to hug the right side at this point. And there's 2 trees you'll come to in the corner, and it's right to the right of that big tree on the left. Right, left. Right to the right of the right tree on the left. What am I saying? I don't know. But this is in the library. This is right in the first section. I cleared out the whole section first. You grenade jump up onto here and jump in here. And it's right up top there. You want to clear out the whole area because obviously this is where enemies spawn and they'll attack you. But I'm on the opposite side of the room that I started on. But it's right in that first section before you have to go through any doorways. This one is on the library as well. You'll want to make sure... I have bandana on apparently because I'm just chucking grenades and not losing any grenades. But you want to go around. This is to finish the level. Don't walk into that beam of light or near that beam of light in the middle because that will end the level. This is on the opposite side of that beam of light. You can see you walked in from over there, and you're supposed to go to the beam of light to finish the level, but if you get around to the opposite side, the skull will be waiting there for you. This next one is on 2 betrayals, and it's at the end where you grab a Banshee to go up to that last pylon to disrupt, and instead of going in there, just go fly over to this area, which is above the door you came into that area from, and you will get that skull. This one is on the Maw. You can see we skipped keys. There's actually no skull on keys for whatever reason. Not sure why they did that. But jump up here. You could grenade jump up there if you have enough health. If not, you could park your Warthog there. Make sure when you're getting out of your Warthog, you don't bail and fall out, which is possible. I may have done it once. That's why I backed into it instead of drove straight up to it. But that's it for all of Halo 1. And now we're on Halo 2. This one you have to wait in the armory. I know you might be surprised there's actually a skull on this level, since you just have to do the armor diagnostic and just go to the start of the next level, basically. But you wait here until Sergeant Johnson keeps saying, hey, let's go, Chief. Come on, get in the freaking elevator. And then he'll eventually say, would it help if I said please? Once he says that, you could get in, and that will spawn the skull. Excuse my standing there for a second. I recall that when I made this a while ago, I had left the area briefly, waiting for him to say, would it help if I said please? But you can see on the crate over there, there's a skull hanging out, and we're going to grab that through the glass. Normally that skull won't be there, but since we waited for Johnson to say, would it help if I said please, it spawns it right there. So just smush your face up against the glass there and hold the action button to grab it on your way past it. This one, you can see I have Scarab on. You could use Scarab to easily blow your way through this level, or any level, and get the skulls. But this is the second room that looks like this on Cairo Station. And you want to jump up here, like you saw I did, and then jump up over here. And it's actually under this garbage can. I think I throw a grenade, yeah. Blast that garbage can off. You could grab it through the garbage can. I was just showing you that it's right there. To be a little more clear, this one is on the beginning of Outskirts, the dreaded blind skull, which is just awful. You jump up here, take a left, and it's right down this alleyway, as you can see. So grab it, and you're on your way to the next one. I Would Have Been Your Daddy is actually also on the rooftops of this level, and what you need to do is follow what I'm doing, pretty much. Not exactly. You don't have to take the exact steps, but we're going to go to the same areas so we could spawn certain enemies and certain load zones and checkpoints in order to spawn the I Would Have Been Your Daddy skull. It's kind of a pain in the butt. You want to go to this corner, and those jackals will spawn. Sergeant Johnson will get out, or he'll actually leave, rather, and some Marines will pop out. And when you get a checkpoint, you could leave. I'm just taking care of those jackals while they're taking their sweet time. Let's go. Let's go. We got more skulls to get. This isn't all about you, Johnson. All right, there's the checkpoint. I remember I didn't see the checkpoint for whatever reason, and so I skipped ahead a little bit. I waited like a minute there, and I'm like, where's my checkpoint? And then I'm like, oh, I probably already got it, but I didn't see it because I'm an idiot. But you jump up here, and what you want to do is creep down a little bit to spawn all those people in here, and you'll get a checkpoint when you do, so you can see I got it right there. And then you want to go over here, and I was thinking for a second there, so I turned over here, and you want to go to this corner. And then you go over here, and you're going to drop down right about here and try to bounce off that railing. I don't know if that matters, but you get a checkpoint here. Hopefully you get a checkpoint there. You could kill whoever you want to kill. There's usually an elite there. He went flying. Watch out, because sometimes there's enemies here. There shouldn't be, though, if everything has been done correctly. And just follow this path. And the skull is actually in this room. But you want to wait right here until you get a checkpoint. There it is. Once you get that checkpoint, you know it has spawned. So you want to get those particular checkpoints at those particular points. And then this actually warps you into a kind of mini game. In order to activate the skull in the original Halo 2, you had to fight 7 waves of elites, each increasing each time. It was 1 elite, the first one, and then 2, and then 3, all the way up to 7, which was terrible. But we don't have to do that in the Master Chief Collection, fortunately. This one is on Metropolis. It's that section with like 400 beam rifle jackals right after you exit the tunnels of the highway system. And you just grenade jump onto this arch after you kill everybody. And you can see I switched to the old graphics because part of that arch is not actually there. So it's easier to see exactly where the geometry is when you're using the new, or the old graphics rather. This one is on the Arbiter. Right when you grab the Banshee in the level, the Arbiter, you go down, and there's kind of these 3 big sections hanging off of that kind of long structure. I don't know how to describe it, but just follow exactly what I did. And there's these grunts having a great birthday party, and you just jump in the middle, grab their skull. You can even join in. Right, whoop, there we go. Perfect. Honorary grunt. Okay, let's move on now, shall we? Or maybe we won't. Now, you never want to leave a good birthday party. This is on the next level, the Oracle. You could jump up here a myriad of ways. You could see all the dead, well, not dead, they're writhing flood forms on the ground. And that is where the skull is. This is the room right after the big, long elevator section where you got to slowly go down with the flood and sentinels. Kind of annoying. Then you come to that room, and it's opposite the way you came in. This one is on Delta Halo. You might have a tank at this point. I didn't because I was just scarab gunning everybody, but you should recognize this area, or you will at least when you come to it. You want to follow this path. Jump up here. I switched to the old graphics because there's less visual noise and it's easier to see exactly where you're going. Just follow this path. These are all easy jumps. Nothing too hard about this at all. Grab that skull. Those elites were digging that skull, all right. This one is on Regret. After the first gondola ride, you'll come to this structure. You want to jump up here. Oh, apparently I have Envy on as well. Jump up here. Sometimes there'll be people up here, but it looks like I killed them all on my way when I was riding the gondola. Jump up on top here and just make your way to the back of this building. And you'll find more elites praising skulls. Just one skull, actually, but, you know, there they are with their swords. That's that one. Pretty easy. This one is on, what is it called? Oh, man, it's slipping my mind. It's not Quarantine Zone. It's Sacred Icon. Sacred Icon, and this one, you'll come to this dark, dark room, and there's those boxes kind of built in a pyramid right in front of you. So you want to jump on those to get up here, and it's just hovering right here. There it is. The next one is on Quarantine Zone, the next level. And you want to turn around and go back to the section that was Sacred Icon. This is the same geometry from the end of Sacred Icon, obviously. And you go back to this section. You're kind of backtracking at this point. And you just follow this path along this kind of ridge. And you'll come to Sputnik. And there's that one. This next one is on Gravemind, everyone's favorite level. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. But maybe. You might like this level. Anyway, go up here, follow this path. Jump up here, do a little this, do a little that. Jump up on this kind of exterior wall, and we're going to actually walk backwards. There's the Cortana toy, actually, if you are looking for the toys. And here's the skull. They put them in the same spot. Kind of weird that they use the same hiding spot for 2 different things. This one is on Uprising. and it's at the way end. Kill all these brutes as you see fit. And then you're going to go through here, and it's going to be right above you. So you want a grenade jump. Having bandana on helps because you have unlimited grenades. And you can see the skull was right up there, but I missed it. Gotta wait for my shield to recharge now. Very nice. Jump up there. Oh, yep, there we go. There's that one. Pick it up already. Jeez. Alright, this one is on High Charity, the last level in Halo 2 that you play as the Master Chief. And this is the last gravity lift. And you just look up and hold the action button, and you can see it just hovering right in the middle of the lift. So very easy to grab. I actually found this one. This is my first one I ever found. Back in like 2005. Because who doesn't look up a lift when you're going up it? I mean, I do, quite often. This one is a little involved. Pretty involved, actually. I should have sped up this even more. But you get in the Spectre right in the beginning. Drive some more. Drive to the... Well, actually, you don't need to park it there. But just park it in this general area. Somewhere on this level. In this area. And you want to make sure that doesn't blow up ever. Because you're going to use that Spectre later. I would have done this differently now that I'm rewatching what I did like 2 months ago with that Spectre. Anyway, I'm disappointed with myself. What can I say? We're at the part where you get a Banshee, and the Scarab is being driven by Johnson at this point. So just fly your Banshee down here. Get back in the Spectre. That's still here, thankfully, because we need that. And just drive. We're going to do a little bit of driving here, folks. We're going to drive past all these wraiths. Take a right. You want to cut into the right at some point because a Spectre actually spawns on the left. And Spectres could be pretty devastating on Legendary. Actually, I don't think I'm on Legendary, but... Oh, no, wait. You have to be on Legendary for all Halo 2 skulls. I should have mentioned that way earlier, not, on the last Halo 2 level. Halo CE, I think you could be on any level or any difficulty. At least you could do it on normal. And then Halo 3, which we're going to do in a second, you could be on normal or higher. You can't do it on easy, but, I mean, normal's easy enough. So you can see we're driving. I apologize for the lackluster commentary at this point, but we're just driving. That's all we're doing, kids. We're just driving. Don't die from the Banshees. Just drive into this ocean. It's not really an ocean. It's more of a sound at this point. But just follow this path. When you approach something that you want to get up on, hold the jump button, and that lifts the nose of your vehicle if it's a Covenant vehicle. Well, I don't think it does it for the Wraith, but it does it for the Ghost and the Spectre. Vehicles that you could boost constantly. Wraiths have boost, but they're intermittent. They're not, you can't hold down the button and boost indefinitely. But anyway, follow this path roughly, Try to do it a little better than I'm doing it. Here we go. Going up the mountain. Nope, no, don't go that way. That's the wrong way. I'm criticizing myself right now. What are you doing? I'm much more familiar with this game now, having made like 400 guides for it, so this was one of my earlier guides. At least I made it like 2 or 3 months ago or something. So I'm kind of disappointed in myself here. But you can see I just lifted up the nose of my vehicle here by holding the jump button. It's much easier to make that transition to this brace or whatever the hell I'm going up when you are holding up your nose like a snobby person. So that's the end of Halo 2. Halo 3, bring it on. You need to be on normal or higher, like I mentioned previously. This is right in the beginning of the level Sierra 117, and this is the first encounter. You could probably recognize it. Just run by them, and you could walk to the right, and there's a skull just sitting on the rock here. Don't fall in. You could see I almost fell into the river. That would have killed me. I probably would have respawned, though. But anyway, the next one is also on this level. It's at the end of the level, where you got to free Johnson. Oh god, I just got flared. That phantom is sitting next to the building that you have to rescue Johnson from. So you can see over on the opposite side of the map that we entered this area from. And it's very easy to get up on top of this section. And you're going to follow that path all the way to the skull here, and that is it. Now we're on Crow's Nest, right in the beginning. This is the first room that you spawn in, and it's basically right above you as you spawn. Just jump up on here, and then jump up on the right on this pipe, and you will find the skull hanging out. There's also another one on this level. This section is pretty recognizable. Cortana freaks out, and also there's a bunch of buggers. You can see that arrow. It's actually pointing right at the skull, pretty much. You want to take that, drop very, very slowly, and then as soon as you drop, start, cutting in so you can make that drop, and you don't fall down, and the skull's just hanging out right there. This one is on Savo Highway, right after you get through the first big energy barrier that's blocking the tunnel. You'll come out of the tunnel and onto the open highway, and the giant ship will be, flying overhead. And right in the beginning of that open highway area, you just bail and go down here on the side of the highway, and it's just hanging out right there. This next one is on the Storm. This one's kind of annoying. It could be worse, kids. Don't worry. We have I Would Have Been Your Daddy on this level to still do, or on this game. This one is in the first open area, the first area that's not indoors, where there's enemies at least. And you jump up here. I use the Warthog to give me a little bit of a boost, something to jump up on so I could get up here. And it's actually supposed to be right here. I don't know why it didn't spawn immediately. You want to make sure that the Wraith, the anti-air Wraith to my left, does not blow up, because once that blows up, you cannot get the skull anymore. Again, I don't know why it didn't spawn right away. It should have. I don't know why it didn't, but it spawned within 5 seconds, so that's good enough for me. This one is on Floodgate right in the beginning of the level. You'll come to these burning buildings, or the burning building on the right at least, and just shoot that guy. He's got the skull, and when you shoot him, he drops it right in the street there for you. So that one's easy enough. This one is on the Ark. You'll come across a fork in the road, and you could go straight or to the right. You got to go to the right eventually and meet up with Forward Unto Dawn. So take that right, bail here. You don't need to do that silly jump I did. You could just walk around and just follow this path. Grenade jump right here up into this section, and it's right there, right in the tip of the brace or whatever this is. I don't even know. There's so many things I don't even know. This next one is also on the Ark. It takes a little bit of prep work. You got to bail, or if you're not on foot, you don't got to bail at all. Just go into the structure. It's right in the middle of the section where you fight the Scarab. And you can see the Scarab was blowing up already before I grabbed the grav lift. And you go up into the structure, and then you'll come to this section. It's kind of the first declining horseshoe-shaped ramp hallway. And you want to deploy the grav lift about there, and you just saw there, just walking into it isn't enough. You got to jump up into it. And the skull is hanging out right there. That one could be a little bit annoying if you place the grav lift incorrectly, but you could always just revert to your last save. This one is right when you get a Hornet. Just go to the right to this structure. This is the pylon, or part of the energy barrier that the Arbiter took down. And the Arbiter's going to be like, hey, what are you doing? I already did this. Get the hell on your game, Master Chief. And you're like, hold on, I'm just getting skulls, which is right here. Worth it. You can see I got camo as well, in case I come across any of those pesky people that don't spawn there. This one is I Would Have Been Your Daddy. It is at the end of the Covenant. Very, very annoying. This one, you have to jump through the hoops in a certain order after you kill Truth, or after the Arbiter kills Truth at least. You can see I just jumped through that one. That is number 4. The one you spawn near after killing Truth is number 7. And they're numbered 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the order you got to jump in them is 4, 6, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4. So you can see I got 4, and now I got 6, and this is 5. So 4, 6, 5, 4 right here, and then 5. I got to go back to 5. And you could clear out this whole area before you do this. I just decided not to because I don't know why. Because I'm a badass or something. 4, 6, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4 is the last one we need, which is right in the middle here. And you can see once you do that, all the rings start lighting up. And that's how you know you've done it successfully. And you have to go back to where you killed Truth, and the skull will be spawned right there, right before the light bridge. So again, the combo is 4, 6, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4. And it doesn't matter what way you jump through it. Just jump through the hoop. This next one is on the level Cortana. This room, you drop down from the ceiling to enter, basically. It's normally full of flood, but I actually cleared it out already. And you want to make these jumps. That one I just did is kind of tricky. You could hit your head easily and fall down, so take your time. You've cleared out the whole room, hopefully, so you got all the time in the world. No need to rush. And that's the second to last one. We got one more, and it's an easy one. On the level Halo, the last level of Halo 3, you spawn, go into this cave, and hug the right wall, and you will come across the last skull. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Click like and subscribe. Leave a comment, and you can actually start following me on Twitter at HaloCompletion. I know you can't do HaloCompletionist. It's too many characters, so at HaloCompletion. And I won't flood your Twitter feed either. I'm just going to use it for mainly big announcements and also maybe some community-related achievement parties if you want to be a part of getting any achievements. So that's it, guys. I'll see you later.